Hello, welcome to the MMA Freak Fighter of the Week. I'm Matt Souza. So, not only are we going to be talking about the Fighter of the Week, but also about UFC 230. So, I am going to give this the Fighter of the Week to Ronaldo Jacare Souza, and we'll be going over that after talking about the first fight. So UFC 230 was a pretty decent event, and started out with Daniel Cormier fighting Derek Lewis and successfully defending his title, in which he took down and eventually submitted Derek Lewis, and he played it pretty smart. And it looks like he's going for a title defense with Brock Lesnar, which most likely he'll win. Most likely. So that was the heavyweight fight. Then you had the fight with Chris Weidman and, like I said, Ronaldo Jacare Souza. The fight, I'd argue, going into that last part of the third round, I'd say Weidman had round 1, Jacare had round 2. Round 3 had been for Weidman at that point, and then Jacare knocked him out. He's got power in his hands, and he was a lot more discerning than Josh Rosenthal, in that he believed that the fight should have ended earlier, and props to him for that. Where does Weidman go from here? There's been a lot of talk about him going up to light heavyweight, or him fighting a lower level middleweight. Either way, we'll see where that goes. Jacare very well could be getting a title fight soon after Whitaker versus Gastelum. So we'll see where that goes. And then there was Jared Cannonier TKOing David Branch. It was a short but good fight. Then Carl Robertson grinding out a decision against Jack Marshman. That it wasn't overly spectacular. It was a fight. But then you had Israel Adesanya TKOing Derek Brunson. This guy is a big deal. Should be interesting to see where he goes from here. He's definitely got potential. So there's that. Then so that was the main card. Then you had Jordan Ronaldo grinding out a decision against Jason Knight. Cesar Eubanks again beat Roxanne Modafferi, but missed weight in the process. So the question is, she admit that maybe she should be moving up to bantamweight in the post-fight interview. This is the second time that she's missed weight, and the first time was very major. She lost her title shot. So it's just possible that she's just too big for the division. So that's a reality. And she when she would weigh in for the Ultimate Fighter, she was having trouble cutting weight there. So that just goes to show. And then the last fight that I saw of the prelims was Shaman Moraes grinding out a decision against Julia Arce. That was a good fight. So yeah, so those were all pretty good fights. But something I'd like to bring up, I was watching The Ultimate Fighter and then watched UFC Tonight right after that, and they talked about a very unfortunate fact. Apparently, the UFC is looking at the dissolution of the flyweight division. I just find it ironic how they created a flyweight division and made it a prominent thing in MMA. I mean, I'd seen certain fights have a flyweight division ranking and or promotions have flyweights, or certain websites had flyweight ranking, certain promotions had a flyweight division, but the UFC actually instituted it, and now here they are. Yeah, I think it's like 6 years after they created it, and it's actually it might be more than that, but either way, I think the beginning of the end really was Demetrius Johnson losing the belt, and then they just signed him away to ONE FC. So it's sad to see that. Some fighters apparently are not getting bounced up to bantamweight. Some fighters are just getting cut completely. So that's kind of depressing, and I'm very hoping Bellator takes advantage of this and signs these guys, not just to bantamweight, but like creates a flyweight division. I'm hoping you hope so, because some of these guys, even though some of them have trouble making or are actually cutting a significant amount of weight to get down to flyweight, some of these guys are legitimate flyweights. I mean, they don't have a place at bantamweight, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping Bellator basically is just waiting for these guys to say, "Hey, you want a spot?" So we'll see how that goes from there. 2019 is gonna be an interesting year because there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. But anyways, so yeah, that's my review of UFC 230. Congrats to Ronaldo, Jacare, Souza. So yeah, that's it. Like, share, and subscribe. And also this year, the MMA Freak awards are going to be awarded using your guys' perspective. You guys are going to determine who gets what award in the MMA Freak Award. So that's in addition to the staff votes. You guys will also get to do the input as well. So you can submit that one of several ways across our social media, the MMA Freak Facebook page, Twitter. Yeah, you can do it. You could do it a variety of ways. So submit it, and we will see that. And also you could list it in the actual. You could list it in the comments on our article. There's a variety of ways. I'll open up a thread for it when it eventually gets closer for on the MMA forum that I'm part of. So either way, looking forward to that. So that's it. At MMA Freakout is the MMA Freak Twitter. MMA-freak.com is ours for exclusive content. At Matthew Souza is my personal Twitter and my Instagram. So that's it. I'm Matthew Souza. Like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.